Hello. Are you one of those people who says yes when you really wish you could say no? Perhaps it's to the boss when he says to you, are you able to stay back and work a bit tonight? You want to say, no, I've got commitments, but you find yourself saying, sure. Or perhaps it's the co-worker when you're really flat out and busy, you've already worked through your breaks and they're saying to you, are you able to give me a hand? And you find yourself saying, yep, okay, but you really wish you'd said no. Or perhaps it's that customer who rings you up and says, look, are we able to bring forward the delivery time on those goods? And inside, you wish you could say, well, no, we've actually scheduled around that delivery timeline. But instead of saying that, you find yourself saying, yeah, sure, no problem. And we all know that the person who's not able to set boundaries and manage unreasonable requests in the workplace is a person who will very likely find themselves overloaded, overwhelmed, overstretched, and very much stressed out. Now, we've certainly got to recognise that relationships are critical in the workplace. We've got to build and maintain effective and positive working relationships with customers, with co-workers, and with our own manager. But having said that, we've still got to be able to stand up and protect our well-being. We've got to be able to speak up and let someone know when what they're asking for is basically unrealistic or unreasonable. So being assertive is about setting boundaries, and it's about knowing when and how to say no. So how can you do that assertively? Well, firstly, when a demand is being placed upon you, when a request over and above the norm is being made of you, the first thing to do is just step back, take a breath, and make sure that you scope out and actually understand what is being asked of you and what it might cost you. Secondly, if you make the assessment that the demand or the request is not reasonable or not doable, we're not talking about just saying a blunt no to the person. The important thing here is that you explain what your existing commitments are and then you say no. It's not a blunt no, it's an explanation as to why you are not able to accommodate the person. But it's not enough to do that. Otherwise, if you stop there, you run the risk that you may be seen as obstructionist. So the next step is explaining what you can do for the person, offering them something as a means of maintaining goodwill. Now, if what you're offering still proves unacceptable to the person, then it's simply a question of continuing to discuss the issue. And assertiveness means continuing to speak up and explain your limitations, but also being willing to listen to the other person's concerns, being responsive to the problems that they may be experiencing. And hopefully, through discussion, being able to find an outcome that will work for the both of you. So, in a nutshell, the important point that I hope you take away here is that if you are going to maintain your well-being in a very demanding environment, then you've got to be able to set boundaries in all relationships that you have, whether it's with co-workers, customers, or your own manager. And part of setting boundaries is being able to say no and explain to people when what they're asking for is unrealistic or unreasonable. However, as we've said, being willing to explain why you can't do that and offer what you can do. And then through discussion, finding a solution that will work for the both of you. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested in some more information and some more resources, you might like to have a look at our website, whatisassertiveness.com. Thanks for watching.